Hello, family. I'm back. This is Food Drama Rob. Another video news for you guys today. You guys have been watching these videos. Thank you. We're trying to build up this channel. So things are going good slowly but surely. Everybody's catching on, but I'm going to try to give you guys some good food news and try to help as many people as we can change their eating habits, their lives, their health, everything. So today I'm want to show you something that's most people don't know what's going on because, again, most people they trust the food companies. As long as that food's in the supermarkets, everybody thinks it's okay. I'm just gonna go in there, pick what I want. It's all based on taste and your emotions, so you buy it because it tastes good. Well, for the 1,000th time, food companies don't care about you. All they care about is making money. And like I told you, you're not eating food. An organic apple, organic broccoli, that's food. This stuff that's going on with you is not food. So, I want to talk to you a little bit about food dyes. Food dyes in the foods. Red, yellow, green, all these food dyes that are in our foods, and you have no idea where they're getting these dyes from. And you just say, oh, okay, it's just whatever. Actually, I'm going to look at another food news. And I saw this lady dyeing her hair red with Kool-Aid. How about that? So what you're getting from our foods is not actually food. So I want everybody to know that. And this is why we have poor health and we have an obesity problem. Because all these toxic foods are stored in fat cells. That's the bank. And I tell everybody about losing weight over and over and over. You got to do something. So, back to these food dyes. Now, there's one dye we're going to talk about. It's called red dye number 40. It's called red number 40. And you will see it if you look at the ingredients. You'll see it'll say red number 40. And most people, well, whatever, it's red. Maybe they get it from strawberries or cherries. No, they don't. So, where they get it from? They're going to show you that this one food dye comes from one particular insect called the cochineal. It's cochineal bug, or I think it's a beetle. And they also call it carmine, and these bugs are in South America. So that's where your red dyes are coming from. So basically, you're eating insects, people. If that doesn't gross you out, that's okay. Now, you can get food dyes from vegetables, but it's a little more expensive. So this is why they use the beetles. So we're going to run this video on this. This gentleman is going to show you these bugs on a branch, and it's pretty wild. Been knowing this a long time, but most people they just blow it off. It's in the supermarket, so whatever. Okay, let's run this, and I'll be back.
G'day viewers, Dawson from the Food Channel. I was going to make this video for my garden channel, but I decided it's probably more appropriate because it's food related. Now, I'm talking about these things here, these scaly bugs. These are similar to the bugs that you may have heard of called cochineal. Now, there's a red food coloring called carmine. Now, carmine is the industry name for the color red. It's also known as the natural red 4 in the listing of the food listings of colorings, but the real name for those bugs is cochineal. Now the cochineal bug, I believe, is originated from South America. Now what happens is, these bugs, if I scrape some off and give you a look, just get some off there like that, you'll start seeing some red appearing there. Now if I crush this, you can see how much red is coming out. That's because these bugs are a living organism. It's an animal, it's a bug, an insect, and this is what red food colouring comes from, believe it or not. Now, only a very few people have allergies to these, so that's why they've been approved by the FDA or your local food administration. So have a look at that. Look how red that is. Now that is your natural red dye number 4, or carmine. So if you haven't heard of this before, well, you've heard of it now. And this is part of the reason why most vegetarians won't eat food that are red, because modern food has food colouring in it. We no longer use food substances to give us a red colour because they're not vibrant enough, and people like to get red vibrant food such as velvet cakes. It's even in medicines. Some capsules that are coloured red have this. Now if I dab there, look at that. That is abundant. Scrape some more and have a look. Now these bugs are annoying, as any gardener will tell you, because they sap the goodness out of the plant. Now there's no easy way to get rid of them, and in this case I may have to trim this plant back, but it caught my interest and I thought I might share it with you. So yeah, cochineal bugs, or carmine, that's where it comes from. It comes from the cochineal bug, which grows on cactuses or cacti and is widely used in the industry. Now the only way to substitute this would be with artificial colours. Now those colours come from synthetic products which are based on petroleum and other synthetic chemicals, but it's basically a toss-up between, do you want natural food colouring in your food, which can be bugs like that, or do you want synthetic colouring in your food? So that's the question. I still don't have an answer for that, but next time I go to the supermarket and buy food that is vibrantly red, I'm going to have a look on the ingredients list and see exactly where this comes from. Yeah, there you have it. It was a surprise when I heard about it, and I'm sure a few of you are surprised as well. Now, as I mentioned, this was originally going to go onto my garden channel, but I thought, well, it's more food product related at this stage, so I'd share it with you guys. So thanks for hanging around and watching the video. I hope it wasn't too boring for you. I hope it was a bit helpful as well. If you haven't subscribed, click down the bottom, get a subscription going, and you'll get more videos like this on your inbox. I do appreciate your time. Okay, a couple of things before I go. I must mention the pronunciation of the bug. I pronounce it cochineal, but because it's spelled C-O-C-H-I-N-E-A-L, I believe the rest of the world pronounces it cochineal. So you can correct me on that or call it cochineal. Either way, it's still the same bug. Now this bug's on my fig plant. That's why it looks nothing like a cactus, but it's the same concept. It's the scaly bugs that grow on the outside of the plant. They get scraped off, dried, crushed, and turn into a red dye. Thanks for watching. Be good, be kind, be careful.
Okay, I'm back. How'd you like that? It's pretty wild, huh? Seeing bugs. So you'll see this red dye in just about all foods that are red. He talked about they'll list it on in the ingredients. It'll say carmine, or it'll say red dye number 40. So you know that dye comes from these beetles, or I don't know. I don't remember if they were beetles. I think they're beetles. And that's where this red dye comes from. This is not the only crazy animals that's in your food that you don't know about. Because the food industry, they lie. They're deceptive. They're evil. They don't care about you. They don't care about your kids. That's why all these kids have cancer, obesity, diabetes. Kids are now coming down with hypertension because of all the garbage that they're putting in. We're not made to eat this foods. Now there's some options. He says, well, you can use artificial colors, and artificial colors are using petroleum and chemists to make these dyes, which is they're poisonous for you. And again, you can use vegetable colors, but the vegetable colors are extremely expensive. So that's just one of thousands of animals and drugs that they're putting in our foods, all kinds of stuff. And you wonder why you're sick. Guys, stop it. Stop it. I'm just going to be posting over and over and over all these things to put in your foods. And now it's all over the place because the people on the internet, on the YouTube, they're telling you. And I'm getting all these videos from you great people that's posting this stuff and exposing these food companies. But most of you just continue to walk in the stores and just buy all this nasty stuff, and you wonder why you're sick, why you're overweight. And I told you, we have an incredible weight loss program. It's easy, it's fast, it's safe. 20 pounds, 30 days. That's what you're going to lose. It's not that difficult. It's all about getting processed foods out of your diet. Once you process all these chemicals out of your diet and get over this addiction of all this and stop listening to all these athletes and entertainers tell you to eat all this poison, then your health is going to improve considerably. So just think, they're putting bugs in your foods. That's incredible. No one even knows this. So we're just going to keep on pounding away. All right, that's all I got to do today. That's all I have to say today. Guys, subscribe. Keep it rolling. Keep watching the videos. Watch all the videos. You guys like a lot of, it seems to me my people like a lot of, crazy graphics like autopsies and you guys love the one about the rendering plants when you were grinding up all the animals, which people still, the comments I get from that are just unbelievable. People just like pissed off that these people are grinding up animals and putting it, I won't even say they're putting in the foods. All right, we'll just say they're feeding it to our animals, our cows, chickens. So if they're eating it, guess what? You're eating it. And eventually we're going to start getting into more solutions, but I've got to pound this stuff into you about these food companies over and over and over. Anyway, subscribe, hit the bell, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next post, which is going to be very soon. Enjoy your blessings. I'm out.